Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Greetings and salutations. You are tuning into the Kevin Jackson Radio Show. Of course, I am guest hosting for the great Kevin Jackson while he is out in New York doing Fox News Radio tonight. It's going to be an awesome show. I'm definitely going to be tuning in. You might even hear me call in. It's going to be a really awesome show. Now, one of the things that I wanted to talk about today is Trump's mental condition. We've heard about it. We've heard about Trump's mental condition, his problems, his mental problems. Trump is crazy, right? He's an insane person. No, he's a cold, calculating, evil genius who wants to destroy America, who wants to annihilate human life on Earth for his own personal gain, however that works. But he's insane. He's mentally deficient. Which is it, folks? Is he an evil mastermind genius, or is he insane? That's the new talking point. Trump is just crazy. He is unfit, not because of his policy, but because he is mentally defunct. He is just crazy.
The president has not yet been able to demonstrate the stability, nor some of the competence that he needs to demonstrate in order to be successful.
Well, there's actually a growing mountain of evidence that the president has been very erratic, has shown a mental instability.
By a man who obviously is mentally unstable. I mean, I'm not joking about it or being a smartass. This is a man who is not well. This is a man who is not qualified or mentally or morally fit to be the president of the United States.
Well, I certainly think that there's an issue with the president's capability. There's some attribute of his character that makes him seemingly incapable of introspection and a broad understanding of what the country really needs. And I think it's a question that people are asking. What is going on with this president? What could explain this kind of behavior?
And especially among Republicans in Congress, they have been raising the very question of his stability and his mental fitness to be president of the United States.
And now we're seeing that we're getting the ramifications as a nation of what having a sick man in the White House means. He's not mentally stable.
Isn't it fun watching the left implode like this? Isn't it fun watching the rhinos go nuts? I mean, not so much the rhinos. I wish the rhinos would not be rhinos and actually abide by the promises that they made to their constituents when running for office, but that is neither here nor there at this point. The point is that everyone is now a psychologist. Everyone knows about they're self-described psychologists giving psychological advice about the president as if they experienced intensive therapy sessions with the president, where the president displayed all of this behavior, this crazy, crazy behavior. When did they get their degrees in psychology? When did they get their doctorates? They have really tried to throw everything except the kitchen sink at this guy, and nothing sticks. They call him a racist. I mean, he's clearly not a racist. They call him an anti-Semite. What anti-Semite stands in front of the Western Wall with a yarmulke on praying? He must be in hiding. It must be like a Islamic taqiyya or something when he lies. He's lying to all of us. He's not really pro-Israel. He's not a sexist. He's got women working at top positions in his companies. His daughter is a very powerful woman. They tried to throw the Russia stuff at him. That didn't stick. Not one shred of evidence. I mean, you would think that for all of the Trump-Russia coverage, that he would be knee-deep. That it would be easy to prove. But no, it wasn't easy to prove. He's an evil racist. He's a sexist. He's a homophobe. He's a transphobe. Now, since the usual leftists' attack didn't stick, never stuck, never will stick, they had to think outside the box. So they started calling him Hitler. He is Hitler. Trump is Hitler. Trump represents Nazism and white nationalism and white supremacy. And then Trump wholesale renounced the white supremacists. Ignored by the media. Totally ignored. So they went on to their next tack. Trump is insane. He's mentally insane. He's not a careful, calculating, cold, ruthless, genius, evil mastermind. No, everything that he's doing is absolutely insane. It's far be it from me to tell my enemies when they're doing something wrong, but this is really going to come back to bite you in the butts, libs. Aren't you the ones always touting that people who are mentally defunct, people who are disabled in any way, should not be shamed? I mean, if you really cared about the guy, if you really cared about the president, you wouldn't shame him for his mental illness. You wouldn't want to engage in ableism, now would you? Now, what's funny about this is that the proof that these alleged psychiatrists, psychologists have that Donald Trump is crazy is exactly the same evidence that we all have. Because none of these people sat down in a therapy session with him. None of these people actually, used their integrity as medical professionals to actually figure out what's actually going on with the guy. They're using the same things as we are. The videos, the rallies, articles on various news sites. That is how these psychologists are deducing that Donald Trump is a crazy person. And of course, CNN puts it out there like it's news. I swear, they are so immoral. They are so gross. CNN, you make me sick. You know who else makes me sick? Salon.com. Salon.com just released an article a few days ago. Psychiatrist Bandy Lee. We have an obligation to speak about Donald Trump's mental health issues. Our survival as a species may be at stake. Jesus, you're really going for the throat, aren't you? You're really going for the jugular. Our survival as an entire species? Did you steal that one right out of the environmentalist playbook? Our survival as a species may be at stake. Malignant reality is taking hold in American politics, says a shrink who held a conference on Trump's mental health. She held a conference on Trump's mental health. Only person who wasn't there was Donald Trump himself. This is what it reads. It starts out, I mean, I can't believe some people call this journalism. I can't believe some people even call this news. It reads, Donald Trump is a clear and present danger to the United States and the world. He has reckless disregard for democracy and its foundational principles. Yeah, like you guys care about foundational principles. Trump is also an authoritarian plutocrat who appears to be using the presidency as a means to enrich himself and his closest allies, as well as family members. Trump's proposed 2018 federal budget is a shockingly cruel document that threatens to destroy America's already threadbare social safety net in order to give the rich and powerful even more hefty tax cuts. We're going to talk a little bit about this more when we get back. I'm the Disgruntled Millennial. Get me at Shaq General. We'll be right back.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.
Beth Cook Moranville, author of Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope.
Hope, that wonderful, wonderful four-letter word that you may feel completely out of. I wrote this book to give you great hope. It's not too late. If fetal position is an all too familiar place for you, I understand. If the next 60 seconds are too long, this book is for you. Wherever you are right now, whether you're dealing with divorce or death or sickness, take hope. You are going to make it through this pain. Don't roll your eyes. I've walked this road and I know it. The best is yet to come.
Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope from author and speaker Beth Cook Moranville. Can be found on Amazon.com or Kindle.com. For more information, visit closerthanyourbreath.com or on Facebook at Closer Than Your Breath.